Om Shri Sairam. Humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagwan and Sairam everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the live satsang series of Chennai Metro North. A couple of weeks back, we were fortunate enough to listen to some of the amazing experiences of the devout Kuppam family with Swami by Srimati Niraja ma'am and Srimati Sarala Kumari Amma. And today we have another member of the same devout Kuppam family with us today, Sai sister Srimati Gayathri Gupta ma'am, who is the daughter of Srimati Sarala Kumari Amma. As we already know, last episodes la nama mention pannirundom, Kuppam family is one of those blessed families who were in very close proximity with Swami since Swami was very young. And நிறைய lovable moments Swami கூட enjoy பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. And Swami himself, in fact, has revealed that they are all gopikas and they are enjoying the Rasa Leela with Sai Krishna. So that was the level of bliss that this family has been bestowed with. And Srimati Gayathri ma'am was blessed by Swami even before she was born. அவங்க mother's wombல இருக்கும்போதே she was blessed to be part of this devout Kuppam family. And it is also to be noted that Anyata Sharanam Nasti அப்படின்ற book நம்ம last episodeலயே mention பண்ணியிருந்தோம். It was written by Srimati Vijayamma. It's a very special book. ஏன்னா Swami himself has blessed that book. And அந்த பேர் வச்சதும் Swami தான். இன்னைக்கும் பல டிவோட்டீஸோட பூஜை ரூம்ல அந்த புக் இருக்கு. இட்ஸ் அ புக் ஆஃப் மிராக்கிள்ஸ்னு சுவாமியை சொல்லியிருக்கார். ஸோ அந்த புக் எழுதின ஸ்ரீமதி விஜயம்மா இஸ் தி ஆண்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்ரீமதி காயத்ரி மேம். And on top of all that, Gayathri ma'am is an alumnus of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur campus. She has completed her master's in English literature in the year 1985. So being a fourth generation descendant of this devout Kuppam family and being a Swami student, Swamiயோட mother's love என்னன்றதை அவங்க நல்லாவே எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. It is an eternal bonding always between Swami and his students, நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். And she was blessed by Swami to deliver a speech in his divine presence at Prashanti Nilayam, and Swami greatly appreciated her for her speech. And Swami has also blessed Mrs. Gayathri and her family with an opportunity to decorate the Sai Kulwant Hall during his 85th birthday celebrations, and this is the greatest gift that she has received from Swami. So இன்னைக்கு as a Swami student, அவங்க எப்படி சுவாமியோட மதர்ஸ் லவ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணாங்க from then and now அப்படின்றத பத்தி தான் அவங்க பேச போறாங்க. Under the topic, Sai students are always under Sai's divine umbrella and the eternal bondage of love. I'm sure it's going to be another blissful session today. So please do listen and enjoy the bliss. On behalf of all the devotees, we are extremely pleased to invite you, ma'am, Srimati Gayathri ma'am, for today's session. Sairam ma'am, and welcome, and I request you to please take over. Thank you. Sairam.
Om Shri Sairam. I offer my humble salutations. Om Shri Sairam. I offer my humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba Varu. Revered Almighty, Swami, elders, sisters and brothers of a Sai family. Words do not suffice to express my overwhelming gratitude and joy to stand before you and speak before the Divine Mother. I once again express my gratitude with humility to Swami for blessing and rendering me this opportunity. Our Mother Sai is, this Divine Mother is a Mata, Pita, Guru, Daivam. This Divine Mother acts as a friend, philosopher, kinsman, healer, and a well-wisher, not only during our stay in his campus or in his college, but even after we leave this holy institution. Now, why am I reading these words before you is that when I got a clarion call from Chennai Managaram asking me to address a few listeners, I just accepted it joyfully. And then once I opened my unopened rack, put my hands into it, looking out for some basic material for the preparation of a talk. All of a sudden, this blessed paper, which I got it blessed in the year 1998 before delivering a speech before the divine presence, came running to my hand. Where is 1998 and where is 2020? So that shows Swami has given me a green signal to move forward with the talk and address the listeners. Now, before I, as a member of the Kuppam family, firstly, let me narrate few incidents which are all the unheard miracles, blessings, incidents, treasured truths, which so many of the readers, non-readers of Anida Sharanam Nasti are unaware of it. I would just say a few, one of the most stunning incident, which after hearing it, you will be awestruck. Now, I would ask you a question. How to reach God? Is it easy? I don't think so. The members of the Kuppam family wanted to be at the closest vicinity of Swami. Always they want to clasp the lotus feet and always be under his eye. So, what should they do? They planned beautifully, meticulously. They decided, they found a solution that only music can bind the God and the devotees. It is this musical string which has put them together with Swami and all the members. So, in order to relate this, I would just sing few songs where they had composed it with different tunes, with different rhythms, beats, and so many symbolic meaning was found in those songs to make Swami very happy. They would immediately pray to Bhagavan, Swami, other than you, there is no refuge. And they would take up a song like this. Oh, Baba Manaku Pattukommara. Oh, Baba Manaku Pattukommara. And all of a sudden, they would feel that, Swami, without you, there is no protector at all. Please save us. కాపాడు సాయి దేవుడా మా ఇల్లివాడని సాటి దేవుడేడిరా కాపాడు సాయి దేవుడా మా ఇల్లివాడని సాటి దేవుడేడిరా. And all of a sudden they would want to describe Swami in the most what to say, honey coated words, and they would feel that these nectarine words would bring the flow of amritam would be felt, and they would immediately start up with another song. Sai Sucharitambo Sadaramuga Vina Vinaga Amrutambo Urugada. And suddenly they would come up with a very soothing melody. Prabho Sai Rutaya Sai Pranuti Vai Gora Varadai. And at times they would find immense happiness in making Swami all the more happy by taking up Swami's own composition. And Swami always loves fast beat, rhythmic songs with rustic touch. And they would sing like this. Oh, Irama, Sai Rama, Ni anda nundako dandarama. Oh, Irama, Sai Rama, Ni anda nundako dandarama. And all of a sudden, they would feel that, Swami, we would never leave you. You have to be with us always. And they would just start off like this. Shri Sai Jaya Jaya Shri Pati Nilaya Daya Ganuma Sadhaya Daya Ganuma Sadhaya. So the waves of music went on and on and on. They became closer and closer to Bhagavan by singing lovely melodies, soothing songs, and with much of symbolic meaning that Swami is the only protector. Swami also was very happy, and Swami also became very close with all the members. One incident which is really stunning, I told you now, I would relate that. The writer of the Anida Sharanam Nasti holy book of Vijayamma, the marriage was fixed with Mr. Hemchand, and it was about to take place, the grandeur, the wedding day. It had to take place in Kuppam Palace. And what Swami said to them, he messaged them that he would attend the wedding. So, with all much happiness and anxiety, how to receive Swami, and all those things where all the members were running helter skelter. How should we do? How should we go on with the marriage ceremony, etc., etc. Swami from Puttaparthi, he landed in Kuppam. The moment he landed, like a little deer jumping from one end to the other, taking care of the decor, taking care of the food, taking care of the all the arrangements, what has to be done in the palace before the wedding, etc. And he went to the extent of checking the jewelry of the bride with Radhamma, what has to be done, how she should wear, and advise the bride when you enter the dais, you have to bow down your head with humbleness, and you should treat all the elders with respect. Okay, all this happened. The wedding got over. It was a grand success, and in the evening, the reception was about to be held. For the reception, all the Kuppam family people arranged a huge, lengthy royal sofa for me to be seated. And in another area, they had spread a carpet for the couple to be seated. Swami brought the bride and the bridegroom together to the dais, and what a shock he gave to them. He made the couple sit on the royal sofa, and suddenly he sat on the floor where the carpet was spread. They were all shocked. Swami, Enduku. They were all asking. He just smiled and blessed them. He asked them to keep quiet. And another surprise which Swami gave to the Kuppam family was he sang for 3 hours. He gave a wonderful music concert. He sang Tyagaraja Kirtans, bhajans, ghazals, songs, etc. For 3 hours, there was pin drop silence. That itself shows Swami is a lover of music. Apart from this shock, which they were unable to digest, one more big shock came to them the next day. And Swami was about to leave, and the worry for the bride who has to leave was not there. Oh, Swami is leaving all of us was the major worry which affected Kuppam, Radha Krishna, and Radhamma. And then the bride was about to leave. All the crowd all encircled Swami and the couple. And Swami, all of a sudden, started off with another beautiful song. You know how he sang? Oi Ramayamma, Oi Rama Talli, Atavarintiki, Oi Rama. Poira ma yamma poira. Swami started weeping, sobbing. Poira ma talli atava. And the devotees observing Swami weeping so heavily, they also started weeping, sobbing. And all of a sudden, Swami, he's a Chittachor, he's a Chilipi Krishna. All of a sudden, you know what he did? Suddenly he stopped. He said, why? Enduku andaru edustunnaru? I'm not crying. I'm just acting. And to see paka paka paka, he would laugh out with happiness. And he was so happy seeing all his devotees shed in real tears. And it was, of course, it ended with a very happy ending. And next day, Swami left, and all the vendors who had helped them for the grandeur of the wedding stood one by one in a line, and with one big namaskar, they left Radhakrishna, my grandfather. And my grandfather was shocked. What is this? You're not even taking the money. You have spent so much. You know what all the vendors, they said, Swami anni ichesaru. Ayan ichesadu. Swami anni ichesaru. To see Swami has paid even the expenses for all the complete wedding arrangements. This is our Swami. This is our Paramatma. What to say? An embodiment of love, 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 and only love. And now we have to quickly, I jump upon to the black and white flashback It is all over. All the old memories and all, everything is now complete. Now I jump over to my students' day life. What sort of entertainment, moral lessons, teachings, all the good things I learned from Swami. Then all of a sudden, my father, who is a man of principles, he's not in the military, but his behavior was like that. Whatever he says, we should just nod our heads and we have to accept it completely. And father all of a sudden called me and he said, Gayatri, you have to go to Swami's institution, take the permission of Swami and get admitted in the college. I just stood like a statue for a second. Is it that easy for me to go and ask Swami for an admission even without applying? Anyway, I packed up my bag, my baggage, my bucket, plate, mug, bedding, everything got ready, and I went along with my mother. And there for 15 days, Swami never even looked at me, nor he spoke to me. And from childhood, and that iota of fear of Swami was not there at all for us, because from childhood, our parents would every second, every minute, 24/7, they would say, you're not studying? Wait, we will tell Swami. Oh, you're not eating? Wait, we will tell Swami. You're not doing your homework? Wait, we will tell Swami. And I was wondering, who is this Mr. Swami interfering in all my affairs of life? Oh my God. I was just thinking like that. So that fear was not at all there because we kept on hearing about Swami, 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 Swami always. And then in the 15th day, all these 15 days, you know what I observed? I was just observing Swami moving amidst its students, throwing chocolates, taking their letters, screwing the boys' ears, and giving a pat on the cheek. So lovingly and so adoringly, he was moving around the students. I thought, oh, Swami, you're so loving. Please give me a seat in your college. I started praying. And on the 15th day, Swami from far, from the darshan line, just showed his hand and asked me to get up. I turned and saw there was a wall. So Swami is definitely calling me for the interview. I showed a sign to my mother. Both of us went into the interview room. And even before listening and admiring Swami in the interview room, I took up a pen and I wrote down some 10 points. Swami, my specs should be removed. Swami, you must give a seat. Swami, I should sing well. Swami, I should get a gold medal. All the 10 points I had written down, and I told everything to Swami, not even waiting for an answer, what he said. I didn't even listen. Then ultimately, Swami looked at me. I said, Swami, Yavaru nak seat ivvaledu Swami. In the sense, Swami, nobody is giving me a seat. He being a chancellor, I should have asked him directly, Swami, give me a seat. Emi, seat ivvaleda. Nenu. That's what he told me. The next darshan line, he sent word for a vice chancellor and he said, "Ee ammaiki seat ivvandi," he told. And he called my principal, Dr. Hemalata ma'am from Anantapur campus. While going by van, you take this child. So it was achieved. Ultimately, the grand entry into my abode of heaven, Gurukulam had arrived. So I went along with my principal, reached the college, and I got settled for some time. Then I got a news that Swami is visiting our Anantapur campus in the year 1983, I think. Okay. Then heavy preparations went on and on. And so much of excitement, so much of happiness, and everybody's joy knew no bounds, preparing and trimming the lawn, cleaning everything, etc., etc. All the best preparations for us to receive the divine Ma. He's coming to our campus. And then I took a special permission from my principal, madam, telling, madam, I would do some fancy dress for before Swami, if you allow. Yeah, yes, you can very well do. She gave me the permission. And in the library, we all were standing. Different types of fancy dresses was arranged. And I took up the vegetable queen concept. Then I was a chef, a kitchen chef. And before Swami could come, I had rushed to the a hostel kitchen, grabbed all the vegetables, how much ever I can, and I dressed up a girl who was willing to stand next to me. I think she's also from Chennai. And her name also was Gayathri. And I think she's settled now in America. Anyway, thank you so much, sister. And Swami entered. Swami came. I just stood like a statue with a big knife holding in hand just to impress Swami. My three targets anyway, these were my three targets. And Swami quickly came close to us. He said, Kuppam Saralamma Ammai Kadu? I said, yes, Swami, yes. Vegetable queen. I don't know why Swami was so happy. And he pointed out and he asked me, what are the vegetables I had used? I said, Swami, potlakai, bendakai, chikadikai, dondakai. And I still remember the happiness on his face. It was nothing very big, but I do not understand why Swami loved it so much. And I said, Swami, please come and stand for a photograph. And I really ask my pardon to my Sai sister Gayatri. I made a big blunder. I had covered her face with layers of cabbage. She couldn't even see that Swami was standing close to us. And when Swami came and stood next to her, she, like a robo movie of Rajinikanth, just they move like this. She moved to one side and she asked, Gayatrakka, where is Swami? I said, Swami is standing next to you. This was I too couldn't control my laughter. And Swami took a nice photograph and he said, Chala bagundi. And he left. Fine. So one activity was performed in front of Swami. Then next, so many activities I started. Next, I enacted in a play where the Pandari devotee, while making his pot, he stamps on the mud and the newborn baby comes and falls into the pit and he stamps even the child. And then when the sannyasi comes and asks him, where is the child? I want the child. Immediately, you know what we did? This play we were performing in front of the Divine Lord in the auditorium. We kneeled down, myself, the wife and the child, we kneeled down. We just folded and we stretched out our hands. Swami, only you should give back our child. Only you are the only God who can create another human being. When we told this, Swami immediately rushed to the dais, came and stood between us, and one of her teachers was holding the camera for so long, she wouldn't even click. And you know what Swami said? Film mundo ledo. That is film irka illiya camera. He was just making a joke. And then came the guitar performance. I just played in front of Swami. And immediately I would think, what next? What should I do next? I would bang my James Bond brain. What should I do next? So the other activities were and the hostel. Let me tell about the hostel life. So hostel is another Gurukulam for all of us, where the opening of the day begins with all the divine melodies. We think about God. We think about only those activities, and then we are called to the kitchen where we start doing chapati rolling, vegetable cutting, and I still remember the aroma of the rasam and the bitter gourd palya and pongal and goju and the hot fuming, very delicious tea. Ultimately, Swami took care of so well. We would have sumptuous meal every day. I was given the leadership of a discipline leader. I was given that task, but I did not have much time because all the children were so disciplined. There was no need for me to correct them or to change them. And I really am so grateful to our teachers, our wardens, Jaima Madam and Pushpa Madam, who would be so kind in explaining about Swami's love and his teachings. And they were strict, of course, because to inculcate good habits into younger generation is not that easy at all. And then, with the help of my professor, Dr. Mrs. Ziba Bashiruddin, I could complete my dissertation for my MA. When I did my MA English, it was a total dissertation of an American poet, Robert Frost, and the title was From Delight to Wisdom. Yes, Swami, the delight was, of course, there. All these years, you gave me delight. You gave me everything, Swami. You gave me everything. And now I have become so wise that I do not want anything. You are everything. I do want nothing. He made me no wonder he made me write that dissertation. Fine. And now, not only this, the one more interesting and very delightful experience is where we were taken to Puttaparthi. Often we were taken for all festivals, and with awe and joy, we would jump around, pack up our things, and the girls would have the guts even to climb on top of the bus, put the luggage. See, Swami has trained all the students in all activities, whether it might be outside or inside the house. See how well he has trained us up so that in future also we can face life daringly, of course. And then, and of course, Puttaparthi, an abode of heaven, raindrops like quotations hanging in air, birds, chirping birds, branches, peace and serenity with total manifestation and with a stamp mark of perfection. Of course, Puttaparthi is another kingdom of heaven. And there we had an opportunity to observe Swami in how he would interact with the devotees, how he would give his simple messages. And Swami's words, even if it is a small phrase, there is so much of symbolic meaning in that we should always observe. My life is my message is very, very true. Every act of us is a lesson where we have to capture that, take it and follow in our daily life. And Swami would address the groups of devotees. And once it so happened, a group of devotees from Madras, those days it was called like not Chennai, it was Madras. And group of Madras devotees had arrived, and it was they were going to give a program on Swami's birthday or something like that. And Swami came close to them. See how Swami makes every devotee happy. It's not that easy to make thousands of devotees happy at a time. And then he would come closely, nod his head, put his hands behind, admire the big crowd. And he generally, when he sees the Madras crowd, he would say, Enna, Madras, idli sambar, acha. That's what, is it Madras? Idli sambar? And all, there will be ripples of laughter in the crowd. And at times, and a very huge crowd of Ayyappa devotees had arrived, all in black dhotis, and all were seated. And Swami slowly went to them, stood there, and he said, Ayyo appa, Ayyappa. I don't know from where he gets all these wonderful wit and wisdom and all these thoughts that only Swami can do. Nobody else can coin such words and phrases. No, not at all. There is so much fun in the word. Then, and it so happened, one of the Chennai devotee, I remember, I do not remember his name, and he was previously working as a security for Swami. Swami doesn't like an iota of ego also. If that takes place, he would teach that devotee a lesson immediately. He was sitting in the crowd, and Swami came close to him. Who are you? He asked. He said, Swami, I am your security. Swami immediately took up. Nenu Neeku security. Nuvu naku kadu. I am your security. You are not my security. So a lesson was taught. And then it so happened, a very, very old devotee, and she's so close with Swami. And she was able to raise herself. And Swami came close to her. She said, Swami. Swami came. He bent down because she was so old, Swami, almost to the level of her eye level. Swami bent down. Auntie, he asked, what? She said, Swami, I am so scared of that volunteer, Swami, the head volunteer, she said. And Swami, to make us so happy, you know what he said? నీకు మాత్రం కాదు నాకు చాలా భయము. Not only you, even I'm so scared of that volunteer. Is it possible for Swami to become scared of such ordinary human being? It is just to match with our thoughts. Swami would come down to our level and he would speak. Then one more message, and the crowd, people would cry, shout out, Swami, I want peace. He would say, Swami would just turn back and say, remove the I, you would get the peace. So these were the observations which we had, and whenever we see Swami, every time we would keep receiving more and more messages. So we were so delighted to come to Parthi and would be waiting for a chance, a wonderful chance to stay there at least for 1 or 2 days. Then now, when we sit in the mandir or in a bhajan hall or anywhere in Puttaparthi, never take a step to give comments about Swami's creations or whatever it might be, or his institution. It so happened the bhajan mandir is always protected with two old ladies who are they are stronger than the scanning machines, to be very frank. You can never escape their wink of an eye. You can never escape, nor you can enter or come out easily. No, that is not possible at all. So somehow we stealthily entered the mandir, bhajan mandir. I sat there. I was just admiring at the beautiful architecture of the entire bhajan mandir. And when I was staring and looking at the altar, I found such a strange thought came to me, which shouldn't have come. Swami, these brass vessels and all are so dull. Why can't they just polish it well? See, how dare I talk about Swami's, the beautiful placements of all these spiritual things in the bhajan mandir. So, with that thought in mind, I came out of the bhajan mandir, and you know what happened? Those two Garuda Vahanas called me. All the world students form a line. I said, what? All the old students and the girls, when they come out of the bhajan mandir, they are either in pensive mood, they are in a very, very divine mood. And I called all of them, just made a sign, girls, come on. Those volunteers have asked us to make a line. Come on, make it fast. So I pulled all the girls. And to my mind, I was very clear that Swami would either give a laddu or an apple or an ice cream or a pesta sweet, something we are going to get today. I was so happy. So standing in this front of the line, I said, Amma, we all have formed a line. All of you take red mud and scrub all the brass vessels. That was the command which came to us. I was shocked. My body started shivering. Oh, Swami, do you read the thoughts while we think about you? Swami, hereafter, I will never do this. Swami, please forgive me. Never to comment or criticize or give any wrongful thought in your institution. I made up my mind, and never I do. And then, but Swami is also happy with good thoughts also. Always be good, do good, see good. Am I right? Always Swami says that. In Kulwant Hall, I was just sitting, and a devotee next to me just gave me a Sanatana Sarati book she gave me. And as I was reading the Radio Sai interaction and the interview of Jaima Madam and Karuna Munshi. I was reading. I was so happy. Of course, I was happy that she was given a chance. And I thought, Swami, I have so much matter to discuss in the radio side. Why can't one of them call me? This was a good thinking, good thought of mine. The moment after darshan, I just came out of the mandir, and there I get a call from a direct question from Karuna telling me, Gayatri, can you give a talk tomorrow in Radio Sai? I said, what? Swami, once again you started reading my thoughts. Swami, hereafter I will only think good, do good, and be good. So immediately, one day was given. I prepared myself and spoke very well about Swami. And it was Swami who spoke and not me. And now, almost we're coming towards the end of our MA graduation. And before we leave Puttaparthi, we were blessed to get an interview from Swami. Swami called the PG students and the degree students. And we were the first batch of MA English, MA Philosophy, and one student from Telugu. So all the five of us. So we encircled Swami in the interview room. We stood up for a nice pose, two tall, kneeling down, second level and the third level. The Telugu girl was there. And to make Swami happier was my target. And then I thought to impress Swami, to attract Swami. So I said, Swami, we five of us are like five fingers. Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. I forgot the last term. Swami, we are the five, fingers. Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema. Swami immediately bursted out in laughter. Dunna pota. Ahimsa, he said. Yes, Swami. Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa, I told. And I never opened my mouth throughout the interview. I just controlled and remained silent. And not only this, handing over creative things to Swami was our, our desire, not only from me, from my sisters. From Anantapur, I would command them, demand them, do such a thing. Finish off. When I come for holidays, you give it to me, I will give it to Swami. It was not my strain work at all. They would do, I would give I would hand it over to Swami. So it's happened like that. I have given so many creative things. I've handed over to him. My sisters, Neeraja and Srilata, my younger sister, my elder sister, Radhika, all the three would help me in creating a beautiful velvet garland. They would make a cake out of wax with all golden flowers. And once they made a very beautiful and interesting item. That is a stadium-like structure in thermocol where we had 100 pencils standing straight with all funny faces with different expressions. From our Kuppam family, we have learned how to attract Swami in lines. And when you make it very colorful, very bright, something new, Swami would definitely come to us. This trick we had learned from my aunts and my mother. So this was done. And devotees sit in the line to get their Mangalyam blessed, to get their reports blessed, to get such high precious Padma Padas of Swami, golden and silver Padas to be blessed. And me sitting with a stadium-like structure with 100 pencils of different expressions. Swami went. I said, Swami, reverse, came back. He said, what is this? Enti? I said, Swami, pencils, Swami, ping pong pencils, Swami. Antami student koti mokalu. All your students, monkey faces. That's what he told us. Definitely. Students, we all have monkey mind. Very true. See, didn't I tell you? Swami's phrase, a single word also has a deep meaning. So that was blessed. And now, almost coming to the end of my education journey, then now a new life. We had to leave Swami with heavy heart and sobbing. Swami, we were about to leave this wonderful holy institution, and our walk of life, the different hurdles of life starts. Next comes the marriage. Fine, the marriage Naturally, the parents started looking out for me. And then, but my three targets: to make Swami happy, to get a good name from him, and a small gold medal. This was there. Of course, I don't deserve that gold medal because I was so involved in so many activities just to impress Swami, make him happy. I did not have time to read or study. But anyway, I did not deserve in my academics. It was just a, what to say, a balance of mind. Just ask for me. So what? There's nothing wrong in asking the father, the mother, who is a guide, everything. He's my best friend, right? Fine. And then it so happened, while Swami was going, traveling to Kodaikanal, Swami stopped for a second to bless my parents who were standing on the way. They were holding a glass of coconut water to give it to Swami. Swami stopped the car. He came out. He sipped that coconut water. And you know what he said? మీ అమ్మాయి నాకు చాలా బాగా తెలుసు, చాలా మంచి అమ్మాయి, వెజిటబుల్ క్వీన్ చేసింది, నేను తన పెళ్లి చేస్తాను, నేను తన పెళ్లి చేస్తాను. దట్ ఈస్, ఐ నో యువర్ డాటర్, షీ హ్యాడ్ డ్రెస్డ్ అప్ లైక్ వెజిటబుల్ క్వీన్, షీఈస్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ గర్ల్, షీ గివ్స్ అడ్వైజెస్ ఇన్ ద హాస్టల్ టు ఎవ్రీబడి, ఐ విల్ గెట్ హర్ మ్యారీడ్. వాట్ మోర్ ఐ నీడ్? Isn't this a gold medal? Yes, this is the gold medal which I received from the divine Mata, who is an embodiment of millions of love of mothers. And now this session is over. Now going to, they started, the marriage got fixed. And before marriage, we didn't get interview. We got an interview after the marriage. So we went to the interview room. My husband, myself, my parents, we were all seated. And the moment he looked at my husband, he said, "Nik chala kopam kadu, taggichko. Nenu neeku gold watch istanu. You are, I mean, so much of anger is there in you. Reduce that. I would give you a gold watch." Immediately, he just waved his hand and some noise came out, and it was a beautiful wristwatch with Swami himself put it on my husband's hand, and he said, "Watch your words, watch your actions, watch your thoughts, watch your character, WATCH, and watch your heart." And then it suddenly turned towards me. Two beautiful saris were brought. One was a big border sari, another was an ordinary border sari. Swami understood me. He knows me. I'm so mischievous. I'm so playful. That's why I've loved Swami and all his activities. Swami looked at me. I, Dunnapota, the big Dunnapota is his favorite term. He would always call me like that. The big sari is for your mother, and that small border is for yourself. I said, "Yes, Swami." Then all of a sudden, he created a mangalyam. And you know what he said? We should never expect such a divine mother, the universal God, coming to the level of a human being and asking a pardon. You know what he said while creating the mangalyam? He said, "Konjam పొరపాటు అయ్యింది, పెండ్లికి ముందు తీసిచ్చే మాంగళ్యం తర్వాత ఇస్తున్నాను, ఏమీ అనుకోవద్దండి." There's a small mistake which has happened. The mangalyam which I had to create before marriage, I have created it after the marriage. Please do not mind. Is this the word that Swami should say? See how humble he is. This is what we should learn from Swami. Learn to be very humble in life. However great, however post bigger you have, please be very humble in life. That is a very important mark of a Sai student. And then, like a mother, once again, with rays of love emanating from his face, he called me and he said, he's told in English, "There is a difference between a mother and mother-in-law. You should take care of your mother-in-law because by law, she's your mother." And to tell you frankly, Swami, really, I have followed your instructions, Swami. For 20 years, I have lived with my mother-in-law. Not a day, nor a minute I have hurt her, Swami. This is the instruction which I learned from you, and I followed it very obediently, Swami. Thank you, Swami, for teaching me such good morals in life. Not only that, uh, and then the interview was over, and all very happy. We came out of the interview room, and then my marriage life, all the see, life is not a bed of roses. This everything is there, up and down. When we are able to enjoy the life in the peak, we have to face even the sorrow. But Swami was always with us, with us, with us. And we entered a new rented house after 20 years of my joint family. I came separately. And then when I entered my new house, I was a little scared of my husband, whether he would allow me to place the little photograph in the altar. So I had asked my little sister, my younger sister, Srilata, to get a small photograph of Swami. So we entered the puja room, we placed the photograph, and then after the guests, everybody left, there was a corner rack in the puja room. And when I opened it, there was a sealed photograph enclosed. And when I opened it, to my amazement, my shock, you know what I saw? The two pictures were of Raghavendra Swami and Sathya Sai Baba Varu. My husband is an ardent devotee of Raghavendra Swami, always with his morals, strictness, all the ethics they would follow. But always we have seen the combination of Sathya Sai Baba Varu and Jesus, Shirdi Baba and Jesus, Krishna and Sai Baba. But have we ever come across a picture with Raghavendra Swami and Swami? So there I decided, Swami, you have entered my house even before I could step into the puja room. So he's always with us. That thing we should have in mind. Then And then, since as Sai students, we would have learned so much from Swami, especially service to humanity is service to divinity. The service attitude was there from childhood, and I wanted to do huge services so that, I don't know, to make Swami happy. Once again, happy, happier, happiest. Fine. I took up the president post in the Inner Wheel Club of Bangalore South, and it is affiliated to the Rotary Club at 2015 and 16. And I wanted to raise money. I want to do a fantastic fundraising program. So with the guidance of Swami, and we sold tickets, etc. And it was a very wonderful program called Fluto Flora. That is music and flowers blended together. And previously I had, and they all promised that they would give me so many lakhs, etc., etc. And this amount, I wanted to give it to the Victoria Hospital or the Burns ward. This burning desire was there within me from childhood. I wanted to do something to the Burns ward. I did not know why. That was in my mind very strong. And then the day before the fundraising program would take place, all the donors, they didn't even pick the phone. And I was wondering, oh, Swami, this is public. I have promised that I would collect 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs already I have collected. I just need 2 lakhs. How am I to approach? Who would give me? Swami, save me, help me. And the day previous, day of the Fluto Floro program, Swami appeared in my dream and he said, Yavarani Adagaddu. Don't ask a pie from anyone. This was the command. So with that message in my mind, we went to the Nivas auditorium. A very fantastic program happened. And in between, I just spoke for 5 minutes. I just told the audience, just in a very pathetic tone, with an AV running, what all projects I'm going to do for the blind, handicapped, old age home, etc., etc. I said, a ticket from an invite, a visiting card from heaven or hell is for sure. Before we receive these invitations, why can't we contribute and do the best for the suffering? That's it. And then I said, the countdown starts now. 10, 9, 8. The donors, whoever were interested, please raise yourself. stand and you may donate to us. We would do we will do a trustworthy project, and we will not disappoint you. It it started the moment the pin drop silence was there in the audience, and one by one, the donors got up. 1 lakh, 50,000, 5,000, 10,000, and a little baby came running with a 500 rupee note. I was just shocked. Swami, what is it happening? Almost 50 members got up from the crowd and they started announcing their donations. So my members were running around, taking down their numbers and the name, which we didn't expect at all. And ultimately, what was the final amount that we collected in 10 minutes? It was just 21 lakhs of rupees. I said, Swami, I asked you for 2 lakhs, but then you have given me 21 lakhs. So with that, boldly, enigmatically, and fantastically, I completed almost 100 projects in the span of 10 months. And more donations also kept on coming till my tenure was over. So this is how Swami helps us, saves us. You have to do with undaunted faith. Never question him. Just blindly accept whatever you want to express to Swami. Tell that he's a mother. And whom else you can say? He's the head of the family. He's a friend. And you have to express it to him, of course. And so the miracle, it was one of the greatest miracles which happened. And then, and almost to the recent years which happened, I would narrate this incident. My little grandson, who was a premature baby, I was very much struggling in the beginning. So we had to take intensive care to cater to the needs of the baby. And you know what I did? In order to put him to sleep, let me sing few lullabies to him. We were just singing lullabies to him. And my dear Swami appears in my daughter's dream. And you know what he says? Nenu roju vastunanu. You keep a flower for my photo. Na photo ku oka pool pettandi. In roju vastunanu. You were wondering, how come Swami is, I'm coming every day. How is that we have not prayed, nor we have done anything big? How is that Swami is coming often? And how is that he says that he's coming every day? And then once again, I knocked my James Bond brain. Why this sentence came from Swami? Then I remembered from the information I got from my grandparents and my aunts that lullaby which we used to sing for the baby was one of his favorite melodies of Swami. I would sing before you. Nirvikalpa Niranjana Nikama Sarama Nirupamana Paranjoti Julalukuma Baba Nidura Baba Darshama Mamupalchidama Bandamochana Mimu Chudaga Ma Kashtamu Maya Mayaga Mimu Chudaga Ma Kashtamu Maya Mayaga Jojo 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 1985 had come out of the institution. Now it is 2020. And even now, Swami is with us. The only important message I would like to say is, Swami never forgets us. Only we at times forget Swami. And I would like to share a very important message which came to me. Since the COVID fear has gripped everybody's mind, I will suggest two things to all of you, especially to the students. When you get up in the morning, just take half a glass of water, put a pinch of vibhuti, gulp down, Sairam, finished. And the second one, 24 bar 7, keep chanting Sai Gayatri. Om Sai Ishwaraya Namahe, whatever it is. You keep chanting that consciously or unconsciously. Whether you're stirring bisibela bath, whether you're serving your husband, you're making coffee, whatever it might be, keep chanting it. These are the two shields where we can protect ourselves from COVID. So this was the message I love to give to all of you. And not only this, I'm so happy. In a corner of my heart, I had little anger also with Swami, because he has named, christened all the members, all the children of the family, Radhika, Neeraja, Srilata, Lavanya, Manohar, Kiran, Supriya, Aparna, Vidyulata, Pavanashri. So many names Swami has named, but he never named me and my children. This hurt was always there in my corner of my heart, but I proudly tap my shoulders and say, I'm with what to say, I say emphatically, proudly, boldly, that all the three of us, myself and both my children, are has come out of your holy institution of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Me finishing my master's in English, my elder daughter finishing her home science MSc, and my little one finishing her BBM. Oh Swami, this he has doubly, triply, 1,000 times blessed us. Though he has not named us, he has given this beautiful gift to us, for which we are so, so thankful to you, Swami, thankful to you. Now, I conclude with the words which I delivered in the divine presence in Kulwant Hall, which made Swami all the more happy. So I would tell this now. After much concentration, consideration, consolidation, and confrontation, I have come to this conclusion, thus that this holy institution not only gives us education, but it also gives us glorification, recognition, realization, and purification. Oh Swami, we are requesting you to give only your love and compassion. Otherwise, we would fall into tension, tension, tension. So after I concluded this speech in the divine presence, there was a huge, big applause. And when I turned and looked at Swami, there was a happy smile. Swami, I made you happiest. I'm so happy now, I thought. And then before he could get into the car and leave to his abode, Swami walked, came close to me, stood and told me, Chala baga matladavu. You spoke very well. So one thing I would say, Swami, there is always a divine bond between a student and yourself. And this bond, this unity is nothing but Prema Bandham. So with this Prema Bandham, Swami, please always protect us, save us, correct us. Jai Shri Sairam. I thank once again all of you for this wonderful opportunity, especially to the Chennai Madras North Samiti. Thank you so much.
Sairam, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us an opportunity to enjoy our dear Bhagwan's Leelas through your experiences. And we are extremely thrilled to know that Swami himself has sung for the Kuppam family in their wedding event, and what a great blessing it is. I think we are fortunate to listen to those experiences from you today. And the way you narrated your college and hostel life experiences, we could feel the joy when you were talking. It was such an entrancing session and has certainly filled all our hearts with tremendous joy. And there is no doubt that Swami is the mother of all mothers, and his love would always take care of us at every step of our life, even if we don't realize it. So we sincerely pray Swami to bless you and your family abundantly to continue his mission forever and ever in all the upcoming generations. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and support us. Upcoming sessions kind of notifications ungalku kadaikum. So please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. With that, we would conclude today's satsang with the Samastaloka prayer. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Sairam.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तः न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु 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 समस्तलोकाः